What you see sitting there on the ground is a quick hitch. It is the Harbor Freight version made by Hallmaster. I bought this to go on my tractor because supposedly, as you can see the hooks, you're supposed to be able to put it on your 3-point hitch and then back up to your implements and just raise it up and hook. The issue with these is implements are not made all to the same standards. So what I have here is my old box blade. This, my bush hog, and my tiller are the ones I use the most. So instead of spending the extra money to buy their adapters, I've just got my little MIG welder, cutting torch, generator set up out here, some scrap metal, cut some pieces, welded some things, made the I'm going to make my attachments fit the quick hitch. Now originally, see that hole right here, that went through these holes in the middle. Don't know if you can see that. And there was a bolt through there, and that kept it from the hook from being able to come up and hook. So I took that bolt off. Me and my little 120 amp MIG welder that don't like welding this real thick material, especially when you forget to turn the gas on to start with. We welded this, we took the bolts out and welded it. And I cut a piece of 1/4 inch flat stock, put across the back to help with the support in place of the bolt that used to be in there. And again, don't look at my welding, I am not a professional welder. So, I'm gonna go get the tractor, put the quick hitch on it, and see if this thing works as easy as it does. I'm by myself, so I'm not gonna be able to do that that part of a video, but when I get it on there and get it hooked up, if it hooks up the way it's supposed to, I'll let you know. Something else I had to do on this thing, these pins that stuck out only came out to about right where my finger is on the inside, on each side, and weren't long enough. This thing has a 27.5 inch inside spread from here to here, and 29.5 to the outside, since those are a little over, it's probably closer to 30, those are a little over 1 inch thick. And my total width on that box blade was 28.5 inches. So there was only going to be about well, less than 1 inch on each side holding. So cut me off some pieces of pipe and welded them on there, and we'll see how this works. I'm gonna give a shout out to a YouTuber by the name of Too Late I Win out in Oklahoma, whose videos I watched on that quick hitch before I bought it, and I'll give him a shout out, and I'll be posting this up after a while, and I'll tag him in it so he can see how my adaptations to my equipment work. I'm not going to have to do as much to the box blade or the tiller to get them to work. They're going to be pretty close already. So this was the one that was going to take the most time. And once I get this done, get it on there, then I can work in the yard a little bit more. And I'll get some videos, get my wife to take some videos of me on the tractor so I can put them up, because I have completely taken the sheet metal and everything off of it, done some welding on the old tractor, and painted it and got it back up looking a whole lot better than it did the YouTube video you watched, if you've watched it, on my son-in-law on that old beat up looking Ford tractor. It looks like a completely different one now. So anyway, let me close this down, go get the tractor, hook it up, see what happens, and I'll be back at you in a bit. Hey YouTube, I'm back. Alright, here's where we're at. As you can see, it ain't all the way down in there. And it ain't all the way down in there. And the reason it ain't all the way down in there is it's up against a piece of flat stock right there that I welded on for support. So, looks like me and Mr. Torch, also known as the liquid wrench, are about to cut that piece back out. And I'll figure out what I got to do about maybe putting a piece across up here to give it that support. And it may not even need it since I have that. I mean, it's welded. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to cut that out and try again. And we'll see you again in a minute. Hey, I'm back. Okay, here's what we did. Me and Mr. Liquid Wrench, after looking this thing over, realized I don't have to cut it all the way down. Just cut out a little bit of a notch, and then we're still welded. That is welded on the inside too. So, but now I have another issue, and it's still not going all the way down on there, as you can see. So, what we're going to have to do here, and this is why now, is those nuts that are on the adjustment bolts for raising that top hook up and down are now in the way. Everybody I've seen that's got one of these things does away with those nuts. I'm not going to go through all that right now because of just time constraints, but I'm going to put some pins through there, weld them on the other side, make it a little bit quicker. A quick hitch ain't quick if you got to fight the links to get it hooked up. But what me and Mr. Torch are going to do now is we're going to come through here and round it off a little bit on each side. Probably take it down here a good bit on both sides. And I don't know if that hook, that top hook, going to be the same height for each of my implements. I will tell you that this is going to be a dream for not having to worry about fighting these implements, moving them around. You still have to be able to back the tractor up straight, but it is a whole lot easier. All right, let me set this thing down, get out from under it, cut those edges off, and we'll try again. Okay, we're back. As you can see, we are fully engaged. Don't look at my welding. And I'll take the grinder and clean those up. Probably gonna paint the whole thing once I get done fixing and working in the yard and get my garden in. I'll probably paint the thing. Now to lock these in place, we go right there, split the handle, and it puts the lock over the top. And the pieces of pipe that I used are big enough to fill that up, but as you can see, still a little bit slack, but don't think that's going to hurt. Most of these quick hitches come with bushings, and this one didn't come with any bushings, but I'm well pleased with that. Because of my back problems and leg nerve problems, fighting these implements, moving them around is just a horrible thing to have to deal with. This is probably the lightest one out of all the things I've got. I've got a plow and a disc as well, but I'm fixing to sell that since I bought the tiller. Try to recoup some of my money. Alright, I see the washer laying there on the ground. I need to find that nut to put on that bottom one and go play with this thing and see how well my welds hold up. Anyway, there you go. Oh, I'll go ahead and do a walk around on the tractor. Now, you know, you can see the fenders there. I just had some scrap metal here. Instead of paying $100 and something a piece for new fenders, I just, for me working around the yard here, this ain't no parade tractor or no show tractor, it's just a working tractor, so I just fixed them. Me and my little MIG welder, we play around a good bit. Took the tires and wheels off, took all the sheet metal off, painted the red belly back red belly, and got to put the emblem back on the front. Even though it's a 600 emblem, somebody's replaced the sheet metal before, and still got a little touching up to do. But I'm going to hand paint the Ford scripts on there with the red. But there it is. And if you'll click back up one of the first videos, I think it was actually the first video I posted, my son-in-law disking up one of the food plots with this old tractor. It looks completely different. Anyway, there we go. Let me go play with it, see how it's going to hold up, and I'll be back.